So this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just really need to talk about how $60 can bring you so much joy and happiness. I got this because I was looking for something that can track my healthy lifestyle and my sleep and keep me on time. I am not a watch person. I've had maybe 2 watches in my whole life. It's worth to mention I'm quite clumsy. I do break, lose everything I have. So the idea of having a watch was always like a bit of a risk for me. But I must say I've had this guy for 4 months now and it has been one of the best purchases I've ever had. You can get all different wristbands for another $15, so probably once I get bored of this one, if anything happens to it, I would probably get a different one. But this guy is so reliable. It endured a lot with me. It's really difficult to break this thing. I am not gonna cover everything because there is a lot. I'm just gonna cover the most important features for me. The battery in this thing is incredible. It lasts you like a week, 10 days if you push it. I charge it once a week because it takes about 15 minutes for it to charge completely. It's super efficient. The downside about the charging is that the charger itself is quite unique. Like you need to carry this with you. So I'm trying to live quite a minimalistic life. So having extra cable is a bit annoying, but it's tiny. And to be fair, the efficiency of the battery kind of makes up for it. So yeah, obviously it's waterproof. I mean, it says water resistant, but I went to shower and I went to the sea. Yeah, it works just fine. It has like a water lock feature that you could put on in case you were, worried about this. I wasn't. I just went with it. So we'll see. We'll see if it breaks over time. The second thing I want to talk about is the simplicity and the user experience. It feels very good. Feels very intuitive, easy to navigate. The look and feel of it, like I forget that I have it. Sometimes I'll go through a whole day without knowing that my Fitbit is here. The only time it reminds me of its presence is when it notifies me that I hit my 10K. All it takes to navigate it, swiping, the action that we're all very familiar with. Also, it has this it's not a button, but it slightly vibrates when you touch it. It's quite satisfying. The screen they used here, it's OLED and it's really good for day and night. And that's another thing I try to avoid with getting something as fancy as Apple Watch. It would be another screen, another place that your eye, is fixated on. This works just as like a quick check, so you don't spend so much time with it. The restrictiveness of this watch and the display not being as entertaining and intrusive is actually a really good feature for me. One of the main reasons why I was looking into fitness trackers was the sleep tracking. I still struggle with finding my rhythm. We've been traveling a lot, so changing the place where you normally sleep is not very good for your sleep quality. So my sleep scores varies, but being informed with all the data and being able to really experiment with what works and what doesn't, really manage to fix my sleep schedule. It shows my daily activities, so I can preset my activities that I do. I mentioned in my video before, I do yoga daily, so a swipe, tap, tap to start my yoga sesh, which is really, really handy. I know Apple Watch has the voice command and stuff, but again, for $60, I think I really don't mind not being able to speak to this watch. A swipe and 2 taps are completely fine. It shows my active zone minutes, which is based on my target heart rate, measures your peak cardio and fat burn zone. So based on that, it also measures how ready you are to exercise next day. It's just pretty handy having this data collected for you, and I didn't get it for the health tracking, but having that feature there, I use it daily. I check my readiness score every single day, and it tells me everything I need to know. And lastly, there's this small little feature that brings me a lot of joy. This is so silly, but Fitbit celebrates your achievements. Knowing that Fitbit is there for you and it's there to sort of applaud your achievements, I don't know, it feels really nice. So, every time after a hard day of work, I get this little reminder, this little vibration that, hey, you reached 10K, or hey, you're in your fat burn zone. It brings you a little smile, a little, you know, pat on the back. Some limitations. People had issue that there was no cycling metrics, so there's some lost GPS connection, and there's no stairs tracking. It's important to mention that if you want Fitbit Inspire 2 just for cycling or to measure your steps up the stairs, then you should probably look into something else. But for, you know, like a normal health enthusiast, for $60, you don't need more than that. So if you want to start anywhere, this is the place to start. Thank you so much for watching, and honestly, best purchase ever. I'm kind of spreading the awareness of this cool little gadget. I think I'm gonna get it for all my friends and family. Like, subscribe, comment, and again, thank you so much for everyone who already subscribed and commented. I love how much discussion we opened up. Other than that, catch you guys later on and have a good day. Bye.